Oki, my name is Terrance Guardipee, Alaska. I'm a member of the Blackfoot Nation of Northern Montana and Alberta. We're collectively known as Blackfoot Confederacy. And the style of art I'm known for is called ledger art. Ledger art began roughly around 1850 to 1910 with the Northern and Southern Plains tribes. It was what we were doing, pictographs on rock faces of sacred sites, onto buffalo robes. It was winter counts. It was a male war art form. Warriors would recount their war exploits. And then it went to 1850 where we transferred that same style of pictograph record keeping, war, vision, dreams, put it onto paper, and ledger paper being what was accessible through outposts, trading posts. While we were trading for weapons with the French and other outpost trading posts, we would acquire these books and pencils and then start doing this style of work. This piece here is entitled Black Wolf Society. And the warrior on top would have been a warrior living around the 1870s. With my art, I always try to focus on the real aspect of my people, the spiritual part, the physical part, and I need no reason to make believe characters because everything I have to be successful is already built into my culture. My family lived this lifestyle, my tribal mates lived this lifestyle, and to this day we live this lifestyle, but in a spiritual sense, not with the warfaring part, but all the aspects of our belief system is intact. So starting at the top here, the sun disk is our main creator god, Napi Natusi, or Natusi, creator of all. His wife, Kukumiki-san, Mother Moon, mother of all the universe, mother of all the planets, constellations. Morning star, Ipisuwasin, he's our savior. In fact, he's not Venus to us, he's Mars, represents power, the blood that binds us together. Over here, you have the Little Dipper, 6 brothers in our creation stories. They were orphans. Over here, you have Big Dipper, 7, 1 sister, 6 brothers. On either side are blue triangles. The triangles represent Glacier Park. We call it backbone of the world, or the place that feeds us. Inside the mountains are dots. The dots are above beings, are sky beings. They come from heaven to earth and interact with us and give us our dreams, give us our spiritual power and our belief system. Down below each one is a yellow line, represents the presence of God who created the world, who created us as people, the planet, the mountains. Underneath them are a half round with a lightning. Those are scouting designs. The round part is the top of a rolling hill. The zigzag line represents the warrior sneaking up over the hilltop as a warrior in a warrior society. On Black Wolf here, he's wearing a black wolf cap, represents his power. In Blackfoot culture, we receive a power from an animal. And this animal gives us our spiritual strength. In this case, as a warrior, you're getting your power from this animal. And the wolf is very cunning and smart. So then he has that power. On the back of the headdress is the yellow red-tailed hawk feathers with a single eagle feather. That would be something that he would have dreamt of in his dream, his vision for power. The face paint is red. Ochre paint is the most powerful sacred paint that we have in our belief. Yellow represents sun. Black represents power and strength in our creation, in our war efforts. He's carrying a war club. It's like an old rifle stock, brass tacked with a blade sticking out the front. Eagle feathers off it. The brass tacks in this case are representing the Milky Way. We call it Wolf's Trail. Center of the Wolf's Trail, believe that where we came and where we go back to. Walking up the Wolf's Trail to go home and up in heaven. Down his shirt is green. The green represents springtime, a new beginning, a new start. On the chest is his power. It's a morning star design, the savior. Yellow is the sun, red is morning star. The sky blue is the moon. Over here, mountain designs for Glacier Park on the sleeves. Again, the blue representing the moon. So you always have the 3 main gods into your articles. His shield represents Black Wolf. Red line across, spiritual. Inustico, single triangle, chief mountain, our sacred mountain. Black lines, coup marks, power. The brass tacks around the outside, representing stars up in heaven. The red sash, again, the color red to us is a very powerful color. It's a spiritual color. Down here, he has his coup stick. It's shaped like a cane. He'd ride into combat and touch his enemies and take their power, but not their life. So he absorbed their spiritual power and put it into yourself and defeat them spiritually. Down below that, his leggings are blue. Again, you have the yellow. representing mountains for Glacier Park, the backbone of the world, the place that feeds us. Same with these breechcloth. These moccasins, same thing, have the same designs. Up front, you have the horse mask, representing high ranking in the war societies. Crazy Dog Society is the Blackfoot War Society. They also had Black Horse Society and other younger societies for children rising up to become part of the greater societies in war, protection in our culture. 3 feathers off the top of the mask is representing the sun, the moon, and morning star. So in my art, anytime you see the number 3, any design always represents sun, moon, morning star. And we use the number 7 and 6 also. So down below here you have a war bridle, and there's 3 feathers on either side, represents Little Dipper, that's 6. The ermine in the center would make 7, that represents the Big Dipper. So those are spiritual numbers from heaven. We don't use earth numbers, we only use numbers from heaven, and they give you spiritual power. Down the neck is the heart line. Red is the blood that binds the animal. Green is air or lungs. The white dots are hailstones. They represent power, spiritual power. When hail falls, it levels everything down. So again, you're capturing power of nature. Fuse it into yourself, spiritually and physically. Over here, you have Inustico, Chief Mountain. Down here, red outline, yellow center block, leadership design. Morning Star, Ipisuasin, Savior. Big stone symbol, deflects negativity or evil, push it away. Yellow sun, always going out before him. Mountains, 4 of them, backbone of the world. 4 is sun, is wind, seasons, and directions for the number 4. The red dots on the legs are joint markings. They keep the horse upright, give him strong legs, and keep it functional. Back here, kidney markings, the red dots on the hip, protect the inside of the animal. The dots here are the stars. Anytime again, the 3, sun, moon, morning star. Keyhole design is a piskin, buffalo corral. Also could be used as a personal protection symbol. 3 hoof prints, how many times you use this particular horse. The rolling hill designs, they're green, representing springtime, a new beginning, a new life for this warrior. Down here you have the sun disk, Napi Natus, power coming down, giving this warrior power, giving his horse power in order to be a successful warrior, a good protector, a good provider. Hailstones on the hind leg, protect him from the backside being attacked. The hoof prints are square, that's the print the animal leaves on earth. In the old ways, we never draw a hoof, we draw the print the animal leaves. Down below that, in front, is a black wolf. Here and here, again, 3 main gods. Same here, the red is the heart line, red is the blood that binds him. Green, air or lungs. Kidney markings, joint markings, keep the animal upright. And how I use the documents, the checks represent provision, and these checks are out of J.H. Sherburne. He was one of the first trading post companies to set up in Blackfeet territory, U.S. Indian licensed trader, J.H. Sherburne. So I acquired checks from his mercantile and receipts from the mercantile and use those in my art. The stock here is like international, using minerals from earth, basically, is what it represents, the stock. The war ration book, Warrior Society. The little weapon, airplane, tank, howitzer, spiritual weapons. Down below, checks again for providing for his people, for his society, for his family. The grocery receipts out of Virginia City, Montana. The Old Town, again, provision. Checks here, again, are provision. So all of these documents revolve around this warrior being a strong man, being a strong warrior, providing for his people, protecting his people, and believing in our spiritual power that gives us our strength. Even to this day, modern, we believe in those ways. We believe it spiritually protects us and gives us power to provide for our family. So thank you.